Today we're going to do some real West Tennessee dry ribs. That's right. There's a lot of confusion out there. I talked to my good buddy Peg Leg Porker down in Orlando, Florida recently last month at the NBBQA, and he really taught us, him and Tuffey Stone taught us about the real true West Tennessee dry ribs. So that's what I'm going to show you today. Those aren't the West Tennessee mountains. I'm out here in Nevada. That's Mount Charleston behind us, but we're going to do our best representation here. All right, you want to have the membranes off already. You see here, the membranes are already off. These are some small rack of ribs, so they'll cook pretty quickly. They normally use kosher salt. I'm going to use something similar. I'm going to use my buddy's Al Fragone's grilling salt. Just on the top side, not on the bottom side. Some of them put it on the bottom side, but they don't do it out there at Peg Leg Porker. It's going to soak it in. It's going to give it the real porkness of the pork. We're going to cook it like this about 3 to 4 hours. Throw it on the smoker about 250 degrees. We're using hickory wood today. All right, time to put them on the offset smoker at 250 degrees. These just have salt only on these two right here. About an hour, we'll spray them, keep them cooking. All right, in our sprayer, we're gonna put 1 part apple juice. I like to use the same bottle. We're gonna use some apple cider vinegar, same bottle. That way you get the same equal amount. So 1 part apple juice, 1 part apple cider vinegar, and then 1 part water. Put that lid on there, pump it up. And we're gonna spray these ribs once every hour until they're ready. Keep it nice and moist. As you can see, the salt is breaking those ribs down already. You can see it breaking down. We're gonna spray it. Check back in an hour. All right, the ribs have been pulled off. We're gonna douse them a little bit with that apple juice, apple cider vinegar, water mixture on top of the ribs. Just kind of give them a nice little soaking on that real quick, both sides. And we're gonna hit it with our pork and rub, which is a sugar. It's got raw cane sugars in it. It's my rib preference. So we're gonna see how this one works with it. And repeat. This is going to allow that rub to kind of adhere to it. Repeat the steps and the pork and rub. All right, now it's left to cut them and dig in. Let's give them a slice. Man, look at those ribs. Don't let them see the bone. Be easier. All right, this right here is a true West Tennessee style rib. Let's give it a bite. You get the hamminess of the pork, so good, and then the rub just hits on the back end. That's a good rib right here.
Rubbing a rib down and smoking it and then not putting sauce on it may be a great rib, but that's not a West Tennessee dry rib. And so the West Tennessee dry rib was invented by the Burgess family, Charlie Burgess of the Rendezvous, and that's where they were made famous. And then there were a few other places in Memphis that do them sort of authentic like they do. One of the biggest places we went a lot was the Public Eye. They're not around anymore. But the Rendezvous's been in business for about 75, 80 years. They're actually Greeks. This seasoning came, it was Greek in origin. The beauty of this rib is that you're getting the full flavor of the meat. I'm not trying to change the flavor. I'm not trying to alter it. I'm not trying to do anything to it. So I'm getting that kind of hamminess of the meat. And then I'm getting the brightness of the spices because I have not cooked any of the flavor out of the spices. And so this is a very different rib.